there we are. Oh, we're back. Why are we? Oh, Jill, I've missed you, dear.
It's been a while.
God,
Oh,
it's fantastic. Oh, don't tell me. Oh no, it's terrible.
no, that was just the
Oh, okay.
notification.
Okay. I was like, oh no. I was like, that'd be funny. We start the show. He's like, oh, Jill's got to work.
Sorry.
That's well. This is
just to tease you.
Yes. This is the JillStream. We are back for Wire Wednesday.
It's been a couple weeks.
Yes, it's been a couple weeks. I know I had some technical difficulties last week. My computer
one was on you, one was on me. I believe is the case.
But everything is back now, and yeah, my laptop has been repaired, and we're back up and running. So we are back for Wire Wednesdays. We are going to be going over season 1, episode 9 of The Wire. This one is called Game Day. And it is directed by Milcho Manchevsky. I'm sure I butchered his name, Milcho Manchevsky. And unlike a lot of other directors this season, he's one of the other directors. This is the only episode of The Wire he is going to direct. He has no ties to like Homicide: Life on the Street. He has no ties to Oz. And this is the only episode of The Wire that he will be directing. A little background on him. He was apparently a video director. He directed videos that were on MTV. One of the videos that Milcho directed was Arrested Development's video for Tennessee, which I always love that song, take me to another place. Yeah, he actually won.
Very childhood memorable.
And he actually won an MTV Video Music Award for directing Arrested Development in Tennessee. So this is his episode. This is episode 9. It's called Game Day. This is also going to be the first time on The Wire that we see Robert F. Chew. Robert F. Chew is an acting coach in the city of Baltimore. He would work with a lot of the young actors that we will see throughout the different series of The Wire. Even when we don't see him on camera, he's behind the scenes helping some of these young people, especially like when you get into season 3 when they're doing Amsterdam and all those kids are there, and season 4 where we get the Boys of Summer, with Dookie and all, Michael and all the kids. So with naming Weebay's son. So, Robert F. Chew would work with those kids in between the scenes, and then they would have to have their list. I've heard them talk in different interviews. They'd have to have they'd have to have school on the set of The Wire. But Robert F. Chew was actually their acting coach. He died in 2013. He was 52 years old, but this is the first time that Robert F. Chew will play Proposition Joe on The Wire in this episode. This is one of my favorite episodes of The Wire, because Proposition Joe, this is, he was one of my favorite. He's like, I got a proposition for you. Maybe a proposition will fall kindly upon your ears. So Prop Joe is his very first episode is on this one. Again, directed by Milcho Manchevsky. And this is also the second episode of the season where the actual script for the show was not written by either Ed Burns or David Simon. There was about 2 episodes ago, someone named Rafael Alvarez wrote, they just took their idea and wrote the play. But this one also was not written by either David Simon or Ed Burns. So I am on HBO Max, as I am sure that Miss Jill is as well. If you have your Blu-rays or whatever, if you're listening, I'm sure some people, I've noticed when I look at the data on the streaming, it seems like as it goes, as a few days go by, I guess people are like, oh, well, I'm not doing anything. So maybe they're listening and listening like on the podcast, and then they're like syncing up or whatever and listening along with us. And so, fire up your Blu-rays, put on HBO Max or your on-demand service. I've got it on the little static screen now, and I'm going to do a little countdown. And when I say now, you can watch along with myself and Jill for The Wire Season 1, Episode 9. It's called Game Day. So, okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and press play now.
HBO.
All right. All right, here we go.
And it begins.
Yeah. Now, if you've been watching along with us, you know this is one of many scenes where we see people from The Wire at the basketball court. Avon loves to play basketball. He was also a Golden Gloves boxer, as we know. So he, you know, sports are very important in The Wire. So they're watching this guy here. And what we find out is they are trying to find an ace in the hole. And
right,
they're trying to
big game.
Yeah, they're having the East versus West game. And Cottrell Evans is right in the chat where he says Alvarez was more heavily involved in season 2. That is correct. He will definitely be back in season 2 when we deal with the dock workers and everything as a writer and everything as the show takes off. But yeah, Stringer and Avon, they think this is the guy. They, you know, so they're this guy's like a city college, JUCO college guy, and they say this is the man right here. This is going to help us, and the West Side is going to win and be able to beat Proposition Joe and those East Side bitches, as as Avon always says. So they think they got the guy, and now you're starting to see that Stringer is starting to see that maybe because of the last few episodes they have been hunting Omar, and we know that Stinkum got killed.
Right.
So Stinkum got killed, and Stringer's like, yo, man, maybe we need to fall back a little bit. You know, this is, you know, maybe we need to fall back a little bit. I understand that this dude robbed us or whatever, and we need to come back on him, but we started to look a little weak out here. Maybe we need to fall back. So, you know, and Avon's like, that's gonna make us look weak. We can't just, you know. But
they gotta get their ducks back in a row, though. Really,
I agree. So, you know, you end up, you know, like Weebay gets shot. You know, Weebay gets shot. You lose Stinkum. And oh yeah, here's the coach making sure he gets his little side deal there. You know, they making sure he's like, okay,
that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah. He's like, okay, so you're gonna pay my guy, and you're gonna make sure you pay
really
me.
About who's the best in the East and West. I mean, come on.
But these guys are betting. When you hear about all the money and the side bets and everything that's going on with this particular game, there's over $100,000 being bet on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
So there's because Proposition Joe, he controls the east side of Baltimore, and then you got Stringer and Avon, who are clearly controlling the west side, and especially with those 6 towers that they control. But that is actually going to be something that you kind of see as we go into season 2, and then we get into season 3 when Avon loses the towers and the city knocks the towers down, and then they get pressed more into the downtown area, and they're having to come from the towers. He never stepped onto the street corner level because he was like, I got the towers. I don't have to be out there on the street corners. And then he's like, well, I better go to the street corners now. And that's where you end up encountering a up and coming young lion like Marlo Stansfield, who is out there on the actual street corners because he didn't have enough muscle to try to move in on Avon's territories in the towers. Right. But now Avon's going to have to, you know, later on, he's going to, when he loses them towers, he's going to have to go down to the street level. You know, maybe we won. So this is Herc's. I love it. And that's, I always love the title cards when they show the little quote cards. But yeah, they're going to be like, wait a minute, it's a little too quiet on the street. Maybe we beat them. But okay, so here we see the great.
No.
Yeah. But we see Michael B. Jordan and D, Wallace and D, and because D had told Poot to tell Wallace to come holler at him because Poot talked to D and was like, "Yo, D's bugging out. I mean, Wallace is bugging out because of the stick-up boy, and it's bothering him, and that's why he hasn't been coming to work." And
poor Wallace.
And man, he's so young here. He's only like 15. It's crazy because I follow Michael B. Jordan on Instagram and stuff. And he's always, he's doing all these different roles. And obviously he was Killmonger in Black Panther and all, he doesn't have the muscle frame or anything because he got in great shape for Black Panther. That dude was ripped. He's just a little scrawny kid here. And it's so funny to even think
you
he's
get
the same guy.
You get a superhero contract, you start bulking up. That's the name of the game.
Yeah, like counting your meals and your carbs and everything. So it's kind of funny.
Just like Chris Pratt when he got.
Oh yeah, he got in incredible shape for especially Guardians of the Galaxy 1. I mean, that movie cost him his marriage, though. I mean, it's just what it was. Okay, so here we see Prez, and they're wondering. Prez is wondering just based on that conversation. They're like, oh, they think they might have some drug talk, and what they're really hearing on the wire is people getting ready to go and watch the basketball game. It's not really drug talk. So that's kind of one of the things. So you see D with D talking to Poot, and there's my man right there. There's Bodie, but D is basically letting them know, like, look, man, Wallace is out. If he don't want to be down with us, he's out, man. Just let him go. And okay, there's Herc and Carver. I love this Che. He's doing a fake Chinese accent. I don't know if you could get away with that now. Like you make no livery. No. You want stir fry. He's actually doing that. It's funny. So he said, what was that? He's like, that's my Korean counterman. And he said, that sounded Chinese. Oh God. I love these. Their chemistry. They need to do a show with just those two and bring them back. Although
I would not watch it, that's for sure.
Oh, I was like, yeah.
They're not. They're both not very. I mean, they're interesting. I don't know about watching a whole show with these two. I mean, they're not that likable.
Yeah, I don't know. I always found them
but
hilarious.
That's just me. Like I'm. Yeah.
So McNulty and Kima Greggs are up on the rooftop watching and taking pictures. You've got my man Bubble Up Bubs. Now he down there with his boy, what's his name, Johnny, and they out there. They're out there trying to procure narcotics. And there's what's the name, the folk singer? I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember. I was just gonna ask you the same question.
God, I was like, when he showed up at the, he's playing the drug counselor, and he showed up the other week, and I remembered his name, but because he's actually gonna sing the. I'm trying to remember, he sings the theme song. I think in season 5. I think he's the one that sings the theme song in season 5. But there, yeah. So, okay, here we go, and they're giving out the testers. And it was like feeding pigeons. That's hilarious. All of because it really did seem Steve Earle. Oh, there you go. Contreras, you brother. All right, yeah. Steve Earle. We talked about him though, but yeah, he sings the theme song because they have a different person sing down in the whole every season. So yeah, in season 5 we're gonna get Steve Earle, and. But yeah, Steve Earle come down here to holler at Bubs and Johnny. Because like I said, Johnny just went to the drug meeting because that was what the judge said he had to do. That
it was a requirement. He fulfilled it.
But as Steve Earle is telling Bubs right here that he don't think that Johnny is he recognizes that Johnny was just going through the motions. Johnny is not trying to get
so
clean.
many times.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not. Yeah, he can call it out. I'm sure. That's the thing about Bubbles too, though. Like as much as he relapses and how in the drug hole he is, I think he does genuinely just want to like live a quote kind of normal life if he could, but he just can't. You know, he can't handle that.
Well, yeah, being addicted to heroin has got to be a bit. Oh man, it's crazy watching eBay walk around with that cast and the boot and everything. So, okay, so here is where we start to see how Lester Freeman kind of works with Sn1 and Prez Belusky on his other skill set, which is the investigative side of it. These other guys, these street guys that like to kick in doors and knock heads and all this kind of stuff. We keep saying that Lester Freeman can do that, but he's very good at organizing and working with a team, going through your records. And
all the details, which
all
he looks so good too. Like his style, he's like so on point. Even like his casual wear, and then here with his suit, he just is. It's perfect for his character.
Oh yeah. I always love how Clark Peters is whoever.
He looks damn good in his clothes though. Like he dresses really nice.
And Stephen Miller in the chat says that I'm addicted to heroin. Well, I'll pray for you, brother. I'm addicted to heroin. That's some real stuff. But yeah, you see, they had kind of like a little montage there where you hear Lester talking, but you also see Prez was going down to the like city records and doing investigative stuff, and you'll see Sn1's going and pulling records as well. And so they're trying to put a case together where they can actually pin something on the Barksdales besides just okay, we caught you with a couple of bags of heroin or something. They want to be able to.
I mean, this is what they've been doing since they've got together. I mean, the team has been trying to do this, whether or not they are allowed to.
Yeah,
but
because Burrell.
Yeah, they're following the paths and yeah.
Which is what Burrell doesn't want. Remember, he wants buy or bust. He does not want investigation because you end up getting finding things and politicians and stuff like they did when they arrested the man Day Day with the 20 G's that he, that whole deal. So, but we just saw the paper that Sn1 found that said Triple B Enterprises. So Triple B, which Bell Barksdale, and Triple B. What's the other B from? That's interesting. Because later in the later episodes, as Stringer gets more and more legitimate, their actual LLC is called Bell and Barksdale, B&B Enterprises. So there you go. Okay. So we see. Okay, so there's Freeman, and he's talking. Oh, she's a nice looking young lady. All right. Cool. Lester Smooth. Mercedes. Nice.
He was just getting information. He wasn't like hitting on her, Antonio.
No, he wasn't. But I just was admiring her attractiveness. Wow. Okay. So they're pulling, and you see. Okay. So they're pulling Weebay over. Oh, no. I love it. Drop the cane. And yeah.
Well, man,
Kane, and then they're patting him down.
Weapon.
Yeah, I don't know. What if he's a blind ninja master and everything? And
blind.
I don't know. He's Master Splinter from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe the third B is Baltimore. I just thought that was an interesting name. 3B Enterprises. Because I know Bell and Barksdale, but maybe the other one's Baltimore. 3B.
Makes sense.
Oh no, they got the money. They got money on them. Oh no, they got money. They caught him with drug money. Well, look, I love that. It was like, where you get this money? It ain't mine. I don't know. I was like, that's funny. I'm so thankful I would never get pulled over with that kind of money in my car and have to be like, I don't know. I don't know how this money got in my car. You tell me. Yeah, so yeah, they can just take the money. Yeah, he's like, you ain't got. Yeah, so they're gonna take the money, which they don't care about. That's strange to me that they're able to take like 20, 30 grand, 40 grand, and then just
Well, it's
like, look,
not
well,
their
y'all don't got no
money.
charge. Yeah. Yeah,
They're
that's
just happy to not be put in handcuffs. It's not their
yeah,
money.
he's like, okay, so we're gonna he said, and Herc's telling him, he's like, if you want the money back, you have to come, you have to go down, you have to come down and show us how you got it. You have to prove ownership or whatever. And they like, nah, man, we let you keep that 40 and we'll go back and clock another 40. I love this. That
Fishing
Bubs
for
and
drugs.
Johnny, yeah, Bubs and Johnny put so much work. I remember somebody said to me once, they was like, if you could have like crackheads, dope fiends, put as much effort into like,
Yeah,
like
getting their
solving
drugs.
world peace as they try to like figure out how to cop and how to get another high. We could like end world hunger or something. They they would use that power for good. But this
Well,
is
yeah, but that's the whole point. You're only thinking about yourself.
oh man. Oh, saw him. Oh, here we go. But he saw a hand, but he actually didn't see of and
These poor guys.
yeah. So he didn't know which dope head stole his drugs, but he
So
knows
why not
somebody
beat them
stole
all?
them. Yeah, he's like, yeah, we don't know which one of you guys stole them, but we saw somebody. And what we're going to find out now is that the drugs that Bub just risked his whole life to steal, they're selling what they call woo on the streets. And woo is fake dope. So
Not good for these guys,
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, so he just risked possibly getting beat because these other dudes was selling fake drugs and they stole the fake drugs. And so yeah. And he's like, man, I'm not Johnny is not getting the bus. He's
It's not working.
oh, so this is, I am not Kanan, no. I know we all look alike. But yeah, Bubs is like, yo, man, this is not good stuff. These good drugs that we stole are not actually good.
Yeah, you get
So
what you pay for.
smart lady. There you go. She's a pistol, guys. Yes. You do get yeah, so but see, this is what making Bubs go, man, I could have been the one getting beat down with those pipes like that, like those other guys did. And we stole that, we risked all that, and the stuff's not even real.
Is this when they take some money, or is that a different? Did they already do that, or is that a different bust where they take
Yes, we
the
haven't gotten to
money?
that yet, but oh yeah,
I think it's
okay.
here, right? Where they're like, maybe not.
Well, this might actually be what set off, because what's gonna happen is when they check the money in, they're gonna be like, hey, there's supposed to be so much. And when they
Mm.
count, when the other officers count the money, it's like 5,000 short or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
talking about. Yeah.
Lieutenant Daniels comes to him and goes, my office. And he lets them know, like, yo, if you guys up here stealing the money, and Carver's talking to Herc, and Herc's like, I wouldn't steal without telling you. And then they rip the car apart and they find
Okay.
out that yeah. Well, you gotta have honor among thieves.
I know, but it is true. They legitimately like fell under the seat, or was that a story? I can't remember now.
Yeah, so yeah, see, okay, so this is
Because
them
this is them
thinking about
talking
stealing
about
right
it.
there. Yeah, they're talking about stealing right here. And And Carver's right. Yeah, they could have robbed some. And he goes, wait a minute. So we turn in 20 and keep 5 apiece. And then when the wire people say, yeah, they just took 30, and they go, wait a minute, we only checked in 20. So there you go. But they're okay, so we're starting to see that they're kind of like, okay, this street side stuff isn't working, and then we're looking on the back end stuff going through records. We still got a lot of work to do.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. They're nowhere close to being able to close this case out like Burrell wants, because like we said, going through the records.
They have good defense lawyers and stuff. You can't just walk in. They have to really close loopholes and have their ducks in a row if they want to actually bust anybody higher level.
Let's see. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Like, I used to like lay on my bed and be on Ethan's channel, which I'd still do that, but you got to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But I was always bad at streaming on YouTube. I'm still bad at it. Okay, so Mountain Dew.
Spew. Gross.
Yeah. Okay. So there's Omar. He had to set himself up because he knows they're looking for him. So he had to make sure that, like, okay, which that's actually smart. You always see that in certain movies where the guy will put like a little piece of tape or string or something.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, let me see if someone's actually coming to my apartment. So if the string or the tape is broken, he had like a piece of gum. I don't know, was that tape or gum? It looked whatever it was. But it wasn't
like gum or something. Something.
Yeah, but he knows he's safe. He's like, okay, it's still intact. No one has been in here, so I can go in and okay. So they're listening on the wire, and there's Poot. There's Trey Chaney. Yeah, so yeah, and they always call Poot what they call him, the pussy hound. He was always the one with the different girls and all. So we'll Bodie, when he's locked up, he gets locked up, and Bodie's still out on the corner, and he always be telling his other lieutenants about his old homie that he used to work with. He's like, boy, that dude was always chasing girls. So there's Wallace's picture. And okay, so but like I said, we know Wallace. D is letting everybody know, let Wallace be, man. If Wallace is gone, then that's what it is, man. So
right, just cut him loose.
Yeah, just let him. If he don't want to be in the game, he's out. Oh no, that's terrible. What's so funny is Poot told that young lady that he was going to take her in all 3 holes. I actually I always liked that line on the wire, and I've used that with a few young ladies. Unfortunately,
I'm sure they loved that.
But depending on
weird.
Yeah, I know, but that made me wonder about that, because I always loved that line when he told that girl, "I'm gonna
wonder about
holes."
What?
I don't know if. So Omar is. Okay. This is weird.
Maybe you need to reevaluate your.
I've made some horrible decisions. Yes, absolutely. Well, I've from the pictures of the transgender women that I've
find somebody that's into that sort of statement on a date. Good luck with that.
Oh, Jill, you are on fire today. That is great.
Am I? That's just my.
Yeah, no, but you're just funny. I just find you funny. That's what it's like. You're very funny.
Okay.
Okay. So they've just decided to just not argue with Mr. Omar and drop the drugs out the window there. All righty then.
Man.
Wow, that's a lot of
drugs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of drugs. That's a G-Pack, man. Because he was like, open the door. And they're like, okay, we're not going to open the door. We're just going to drop the drugs out. And Omar's like, okay, you gave me the drugs. I'm cool with it. So he's just going to go now. Aha. So this is them with Chardine. Okay, so she still don't know. She knows her friend is missing because I remember she had said in the previous episode that she never came home or whatever. So she knows her friend is missing, but she still does not know that her friend is actually dead and she died at that party and that they rolled her up in the rug and just dropped her in a dumpster.
Yeah.
So she doesn't know that yet. And that's obviously this flipping Chardine is actually going to be a pretty key piece of evidence because she's going to, kind of help them kind of scope out what's going on in Orlando's and stuff, and just kind of help them against the Barksdales.
Sees more than you would think she does.
Yes.
As even if she doesn't realize it, it's pieces that the cops could definitely use to put certain pieces of the puzzle together.
Absolutely. So this is them being able to flip Chardine is a big thing. And then obviously Chardine ends up dating Lester Freeman. and let's see, we only see her after this season, we only see her twice. We only see her 2 more times. I think it's in season 3.
Stay together like forever?
They stay
after this.
Once she starts dating Lester, they're together all the way up until the end, season 5. Because so I think we see her again in season 3.
What is this? Like a 30-year age difference here between these two?
Oh yeah, yeah, she's young.
Pretty wide gap.
Because I can say D is only like in his 20s. So so she's got to be. She's like Dee's age, and Lester. Lester's been on the force.
Lester's definitely old enough to be her dad for sure.
Oh yeah, but she's not the only young lady I've seen that like older men. So, and Lester is a ladies' man.
Is he?
And he's always struck me as that, you notice how well even you remarked how well he's always dressed. He's always, he's very
but I don't think we have any evidence he's a quote ladies man just because somebody's like nice and respectable.
Right, but I'm basing that on
like the key to being a ladies man, which sure.
I'm just basing it on watching him for 5 seasons and just kind of how But
like if he's just the same woman for 5 seasons, how do you call him a ladies' man? I don't get that.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Okay, I'm just saying he's very smooth and debonair.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, because I just
debonair.
Yeah, he's just always real smooth. So I can understand why a young lady like Chardine would be into him. And like I said,
there's like nothing going for her.
No, that's terrible. And that's Bubs talking to his sister, who we will see.
Who has been through this so many times with him.
Yeah, because he's starting to, like I said, he's realizing, he's like, hey, maybe I need to get clean. And okay. So she's giving him the rules. He can't come into the main house. She'll let him stay in the little room in the back that you can go in through the back, but he can't come upstairs when everybody else is there. She doesn't want her kids to like be alone with him or something because
she's seen it too many times.
Well, yeah, she even said she tried to help him before and he stole all her stuff.
Exactly.
So, but that's her brother, so she's like, I want to help you. And trust me, I've been there.
She has to protect her
kids,
her other family,
yeah. So I get it, but so maybe Herc didn't win. Maybe Herc, you're wrong. They didn't win. Everybody's just watching the game. That's why it's so quiet. Oh, wow, there's a lot of people there though, and this is when we find out that Prop Joe also had a ace in the hole or 3.
Yeah, of course. They can't just have the people that live in the projects play. Both sides have to cheat to win.
Yeah, this actually reminded me. I don't know if you ever seen that James Woods movie, Digstown,
Mm-mm.
where Charles making digs, you know, and the guys, you know, it's about the guy that's a boxer, and this little greasy con man has taken over the whole town, and then James Wood is another cons man with Louis Gossett Jr. and the whole of it, Dickstown, and then it has a little surprise ending where you thought you fixed it and we fixed it, so that kind of thing. It kind of made me think that movie came out in what 92, 93, something like that. It's a great movie, Dickstown. It's like, yeah, Chardine. That is weird though. You know, now that I'm thinking of it, yeah, Lester stays with Chardine for the entire rest of the season. Not the entire rest of the series, because like I said, she comes back in season 3 because like Lester's helping her go through. He's actually helping her go to school. She starts going to school, and but they're together. And then when Lester gets kicked off the force for working with McNulty on that fake serial killer thing, we see at the ending scene where he's been getting a little tipsy, and he comes home to get him a little affection from Miss Chardine, and she's sitting in his lap, and they're like making out a little bit. So you see her again in season 5, and so like so after this season you won't see her anymore, besides those 2 times. But it made me smile because I was like, damn, he stayed with her the whole time.
That's awesome.
Like he found the right woman, and he just stuck with her. I guess if you find the right person,
she found the right man and stuck with him. I mean, she's kind of that type. She needs someone that to take care of her.
Robert F. Chu is on the scene dressing like a fake Pat Riley. And here we go. Oh, this is not working out the way Avon thought it was going to work out. Oh, I love that they call Prop Joe Slim. That's funny. Oh, yeah.
It's so hard to like any of these people. Like, he's just like yelling at him about having a ringer. It's like, shut up, sit down. You guys.
It's like, how dare you have a ringer?
It's so annoying. Why don't you guys both play for real and shut the fuck up?
Oh,
why don't they play a game of horse against each other or something? Now that would be a game for bragging rights.
No, I think Prop Joe would have a heart attack about 2 dribbles in, which is unfortunately how Robert Chu died. He had a heart attack.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, he's like 42 there. Yeah, because he was 52 when he died in 2013. So yeah, he's like 42 years old when they filmed this. And he actually looks like he could be about 50 there. I was surprised when I found when he died how young he was. So, like I said, he's only like 42 there. And that kind of blew me away. I was like, yeah. So, here we go. And okay, yeah. So this is Chardine's friend, unfortunately. And yeah. And yeah, I'm sorry about your friend. Oh God, I always hate when you see these kind of police procedurals and they have to talk about all the it's like a sex crime thing. Like that's why it's kind of hard to hear sometimes when you watch like Law and Order SVU and they have to talk about we did been swab or whatever. And I was like, that stuff always makes me cringe when they talk about that.
But you're fine with talking about going in all 3 holes.
Oh, I'm more of a man of action.
But medically, we can't talk about it.
Yeah, it's private. You can't
grow up.
Oh, boy, she don't let me get away with anything, boy. You always call me on my bullshit. Oh, I love it. Keith Wilson, damn, that was a great series. This show had me from the I always love The Wire. It's crazy that we're almost done with the first season. So, and there we go. Herc and Carver are at the game, and they but see, remember, outside of that one little boxing photo of Avon Barksdale, they don't have a photo of him.
It's easy to forget that because we see him all the time. So it's
because even that Golden Gloves photo is still, he was what, at least 10, 15 years younger. He was a younger man when that photo was taken, and Carver's like, how do we find Avon Barksdale? He's probably here. And then, Herc says, he's the black guy rooting for West Side. Which, that's hilarious when there's like 1,000 black dudes out there.
Yeah, thanks for narrowing it down.
Yeah, he's the black guy rooting for West Side. But I thought that's a great line, though. But of course, the chance to actually get eyes on Avon Barksdale for real, as opposed to this old photo that they had, which is a real photo. So it's like, this old photo. So, man, there we go with the Rockaware again. Okay. So the reward, and now the rules of this game, there can't be no gangster shit. Whoever wins, whoever loses. The other side
no
pays up. Yeah, it's supposed to be neutral. Because I've heard other people talk about this game, and like the gangsters kind of agree. It's like, okay, even if we beefing outside of this, when we come here, it's neutral. There's no gang shit, no violence, and we win or we lose, and then whoever wins pays up. Period. And that's what it is. So Avon lost. He has to pay Prop Joe, and he's like, okay, we'll set up at the park here, and we're gonna do a big barbecue and feed all your people like we agreed to, and that's what it's gonna be. So yeah, this is actually one of the, this is one of, as violent as this city is, this is probably one of the safest places in the city you could be right now, because
for sure.
Because they don't allow any of that other nonsense to go down during this game, because they have this game every year and it means something to both sides. It's kind of weird how, even in like a rough areas like that they have a code and they stick to it. So, okay, Sidnor recognizing from the Golden Gloves picture. He's like, that we've got eyes on Avon Barksdale now. You got all them cops there. He the only one to recognize.
The picture does look a bit different.
That is true. That is true.
But he is kind of like the main guy who's talking to the other main guy. So it would be kind of obvious, like, oh, maybe one of these guys is the main guy of this side. Like, they're obviously talking shit to each other.
Yeah.
So. Like, why aren't the cops paying attention to who's, quote, coaching these teams?
Okay. So here we go. We got, because Prez stayed and McNulty. And okay, so because everybody else went down to kind of help out, but if I'm not mistaken, aren't they about to get a? Yeah, okay, so they're gonna have to fake a call. Yeah, that someone was actually on the rooftop or whatever. This is where they start fudging the records a little bit. We kind of talked about that on the previous episode as well. They're gonna cut some corners to make this case stick. So, okay, we don't have anybody actually there, but we're going to write down that somebody was there.
Right. Let's just pretend.
Yeah. But I actually respect that, because that's how things work in real life. People do take shortcuts. People do cut corners.
Things like that, though, fuck you over when it comes to courtroom. Like, things like that can come out, and that evidence just doesn't get in, and they get off. So
that's true.
Why
absolutely.
Those things are in place.
Yeah, absolutely.
As aggravating as it can be, I'm sure.
So, okay, so Avon is cussing out the ref, and the ref is scared shitless. He is he is scared to death because he knows who that is. And he actually was backing down to Avon and saying that they could put time back on the clock. And Avon is annoyed by that. He's like, We can't put no time back on the clock. You can't play the game like that. Oh my God. Oh, God. He won't even look Avon in the eye. He's so scared. Oh, God, this is terrible. I was like, this dude's like, why did I agree to ref this game? I should have just done it for free. So there you go. Tell your people to come by on Saturday.
I really find this odd. Like, there's all this between the Proposition Joe and Avon, and yet the cops still were like having trouble figuring out which one was Avon. It's so weird to me. Like, if they were paying attention, what?
That's true. I'm surprised that he doesn't have any other. He doesn't even have a driver's license photo. It's kind of crazy. But they're about to have lots of photos of him now, though. Now that they actually know what he looks like. And okay. So yeah, okay. Freeman is working on Chardine.
So she's just like a little doll that he probably wants to take care of to put in with his little miniatures.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Like I said, we know they stay together for the entirety of it. But he doesn't marry her, though. He never marries her. He just stays with her.
Well, how can you marry a doll?
I need to clip that. That is the best line. That's oh God, that was perfect. How can you marry a doll? I wish I could call this episode "How Can You Marry a Doll." I would love that. That was brilliant. Jill B. Pill, everybody. Okay, 1171. Yeah. Okay. So now they're trying to actually be able to pull up and get eyes on Avon for real, but they don't want Avon to know that they're being followed. But he scopes them almost immediately. He knows. He's like, wait a minute. It's like his spider sense was tingling. And he knows that they're on him. But remember, even 3 or 4 episodes ago, he started getting paranoid. He started going, pull the phones out, rip all the pay phones out, and they're like, why are you bugging out? And so,
right.
yeah.
So he's already kind of,
Yeah.
set up his exit strategies for certain situations.
Absolutely, because it's like what he told Weebay, because Weebay was like, yo, why are we being so paranoid? And he was telling Weebay, he's like, what, I don't have enemies? I don't have people trying to get me? So why wouldn't I be a little bit more cautious? And yeah, so like I said, Avon already scoped that they was trying to get eyes on him somehow. You don't know how he figured it out because they never showed. I mean, he just knew. And then when he reveals,
it's not like they're being very inconspicuous. They're all in these big black cars following him. They're not that far away.
Yeah, that's true.
There's like no other cars on the street. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. And Daniels, okay.
I mean, literally, there are no other cars except the cops following him around. How could he not notice?
I didn't think about it like that because I was just like, I've watched this 100 times.
Being sly.
Yeah, they're being sliced alone. Hey yo,
not really.
He's like, wait a minute.
Look
why
at
are
these
there
2 obvious cops sitting in this black car, just sitting here and then moving and then sitting and then like, come on.
There's barely any white people on this side of town. And here's a white guy just all of a sudden following me.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. See,
it just
Jill,
feels like it's for story purposes only.
You
know.
Here we go. Okay. Gotcha. Letting them know. He know y'all watching him. I love it. When he does the finger wag, that's my favorite. He's like, I know y'all was watching me. Cool. Oh, man. So that's crazy. Okay, so now McNulty is telling Freeman, and this is actually interesting because this is like one of the first times that you'll see McNulty kind of go to Freeman and like, yo, man, we had to fake it till we make it. And Freeman's good with it. So, just like he was good when Kima told, she remember a couple episodes ago, she went to him and said, oh man, I messed up and told Omar some information that he shouldn't have gotten.
Yeah.
And so people respect Freeman and they give him, they feel like they can confide in him.
And they can. I don't think he's not. I don't think he's untrustworthy as far as.
Oh, definitely not.
His team is concerned at all.
Yeah.
Like you said, he's just very understanding, and he knows the game and how it's played, and they're all just people trying to do their jobs, most of them.
But this is the same man that is going to create a fake serial killer. A fake serial killer with McNulty, and they're going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in man hours hunting a fake serial killer so they can really hunt Marlo Stansfield. Because the city is poor and they don't want to spend the hundreds of thousands of dollars. And there you go. So that's funny. So $60,000 a day. Damn, $20 to $25 million. So even if we pick these guys up and take like say 25, 30,000 off of them, he's making 25, 30 million a year, maybe, or 20, 25 million a year. So, wow. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so we are seeing that that the Bell and Barksdale LLC has made legitimate political donations, and then they're also bribing. They're also bribing him or sliding him money under the table as well. So you're giving him legal money that you can actually show on
pocket money too.
Yes. Yes, Avon was driving himself, Cottrell. He was driving himself, and then because I guess Weebay stayed
honestly,
behind.
the whole scene just seemed like it was written just to be the scene. Like it, I don't know if it seemed very realistic to me. Maybe it is. I don't know, or maybe it is, and the cops are just that bad at tailing.
So okay, now we see Shardine has gone back with a guard. And this is so black to me. I can relate to this because I've moved and I've just put my stuff in a garbage bag. You don't have it. You just take a big garbage bag and dump all your shit. So Shardine's grabbing all her stuff out of Dee's house and just putting it in a big old garbage bag. And I've done that so many times.
Dealing with a couple boxes, honestly.
Yeah. I've done that. I was like, okay, let me grab my clothes, throw them in a big garbage bag. Give me another garbage bag. And just put them in the clothes. Oh. So, okay, here we go. This is, I think we're about to find out that some of the money that they reported. Aha! And, okay. So this is The Wire, and we find out that some money is missing from what got turned in. And remember, they were talking about stealing it earlier. But okay. So it's not good.
And we already saw them discuss together that they weren't going to take this money.
Yeah, they were not going to take this money. So
both of them are at least initially suspicious of each other, right?
Yes. And
the one guy's definitely suspicious of Herc, that's for sure.
And based on The Wire, in that picture that Daniels just gave to Herc, when the crews turn in the drops, they actually mark which towers they came from. So they're like, what he said, towers 2, 3, 5, and 6 were turned in. So they're missing one from tower 1. So 2, 3, 5, and 6, or whatever. 1 and 4, I guess, are missing. So they're missing the drop from towers 1 and 4. Aha! Omar is paying a visit to Proposition Joe. And what's interesting about this is later on in the series, Prop Joe's nephew, Cheese, who is played by Method Man. We won't see him till like season 2, though. But Cheese, but they haven't brought Method Man in to play Cheese yet. Um, yeah. Okay. Oh, Omar's feeling generous. He just giving the drugs away. You know that one guy actually looks like oh man, I can't remember his name. He manages this rapper on the West Coast. I bet that's not him though. I'd have to look and see if that was actually him because I don't want to call his name. Because I was like, man, like what if he just sitting there looking tough? So I don't know if that was. So okay, so he wants all he wants from all that drugs that he just remember he stole it earlier in the episode anyway. So he's saying, okay, so Weebase code is 07. And so now they're gonna give him Avon's paging number. And yeah, see, probably Omar just said something very interesting to Prop Joe, where he's like, yeah, we could just take you already gave us the drugs, we could take you out right now. And he was like, if I take out Avon, the projects is open market again. And Prop Joe would be in perfect position to not only be controlling the east side, but the west side as well. And so now Prop Joe is like, yeah, let me give you this page number. Let you do what you do. So they sitting here, they're tearing this car up looking for this dope. Not for the dope, for looking for the drug
money. Or yeah, one of the bindles. There it is.
Okay. Those are the other two. Yeah, the two bundles that they missed, because yeah.
And he's like a snitch, right?
Well, you talk about Herc or no Carver. You talking about Carver? Yeah. Well, we don't find that out till later that he is actually.
I know, but we know this. So knowing that, it's of course he's gonna freak out about this. He's not in a position right now to be stealing money. He's snitching.
Yeah.
He's a whatever.
Yeah, we find out obviously later that he is snitching to to Burrell, and in exchange Burrell is going to move him up the sergeant's list, which he will be a sergeant in season 2. So all right. This is weird to me that Orlando is sitting there, like Avon didn't have other guys just beat his monkey ass. But he's like, well, you whoop my ass, but you're my boss. Let me just sit here and count. This is weird to me.
What's he gonna do? Well, he'd have to just uproot and go away, right? Or else he's dead. I mean,
yeah, that's true. All right.
Not much choice.
All right, so we know Omar is scoping the situation out. All right. Now remember, right at the beginning of the episode, Stringer told Avon, yo, maybe we need to fall back on Omar right now. The block is getting a little hot. Everybody else is left. Okay. So now he's paging him because he just wanted to see who's with him. And he knows Weebase not with he's not with him. So he's like, okay, hold on. Okay, I gotta go holler at the payphone. And the other thing that we noticed was that originally Avon was going to actually use the phone in Orlando. And then he goes, that's not the rule. We have to use the payphones. We can't use the phones at the businesses. So he's like, I can't break the rules. So now he has to go find the payphone. So he just said it. He just said Orlando, we got rules, right? Because he should just use the phone right. If he just used the phone right there, everything would be cool. But now he's got to go find a payphone, which there's one right here. Okay. Here we go. And Omar's got eyes on him. But about to get lucky, though. Here we go. Oh, man. I know what's gonna happen in the tension from the scene. Is okay, here we go. Omar got the hoodie on. Here we go. Oh man, he is so close. He'd probably get him right now if he just dropped on him right now. But he wants to get a little closer. All right, here we go. Here we go. Boom. It's about to go down. Bam. Oh. Uh-oh. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Now remember, this is Weebay with one leg or whatever. He's already. Boom. Okay. Oh, he hit Omar. Omar just got shot. Okay. How can you dumbass not have a bulletproof vest on? Or maybe he did. Well, yeah, he always walking around with a vest. He got shot in the shoulder though, so he didn't get shot in the chest. Yeah, because Omar's always walking around with bulletproof vests. So yeah, he had a bulletproof vest. He just got shot in the shoulder. So okay, so Omar's been hit now, and Weebay with one leg managed to get a good shot on him. Avon's a little nervous. Avon's a little nervous. And he was like,
yeah, he looked really scared actually.
Yeah, I have to Wood Harris, that particular scene right there, the look on his face where he's like, whoo.
Yeah, that was probably his best acting yet, isn't it? Yeah, for sure.
He was great in that. So that was okay. I enjoyed that episode. What did you think, Jill?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I thought
I like the game, Proposition Joe. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, this is like I said, so this is okay, so hold on, let me find out what the episode 10 is going to be called The Buys. And I'm trying to see. I'm pulling all this crap up.
Let me guess. It'll be about drugs and trying to bust these guys.
Yeah, I think that is true. So, damn it, Jill has been hilarious today. But yeah, so okay, hold on. Let me do the whole rundown. Let me pull up this. Okay,
Run it down.
Yeah, okay, and okay, so we will be back next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will be going over The Wire Season 1, Episode 10, and called The Buys. And let me see. Oh, and I can't believe I forgot to plug this. Okay, so anybody that is, we're promoting the Dame comic, the Dame Drops comic, super official. We're gonna run this little pre-launch for about 30 days, and then we're gonna actually go live with it and do the damn thing. A lot of cool stuff is happening, but you can also catch the audio for this broadcast at anchor.fm/Ikari Press. Really do appreciate everybody that's been listening streaming wise, because I'm starting to see some good numbers, especially now that we're on Amazon. So we are also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Amazon iHeartRadio. So people are starting to find, especially on Amazon, we're getting looks like we're getting a pretty decent interaction now that we have that. We had been on iTunes and these other platforms, but we've only been on Amazon for about 2 weeks now, and really appreciate them adding us on there. Also, my thanks to the good folks over at Planet EJLBN, and the shout out to the homie Jabal Baraka. And if you are on one of the other platforms and you want to hang out directly in the chat, we are always at youtube.com/Ikari Press. Miss Jill, is there anything you would like to say before I close this bad boy out?
No, see you next time.
Yeah, well, Jill, this has been fun. As always, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, right here on YouTube, all at Ikari Press. IkariPress.com takes you to Brandway of the Gun. Hey, Brandway of the Gun, just a couple hours ago, we went over $30,000. So, yeah, we passed the $30,000 mark. Thank you guys that have supported Brandway of the Gun. And thank you for the people that have signed up for super official, the Dame Comic. So damecomic.com as well. Well, until next time, although I will be back tomorrow. I'm streaming on Thursday and I am streaming on Friday. I've got a couple people who want to come in and talk about their comics, so we're gonna be back. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't remember who all I'm streaming with, but just like subscribe to the channel.
Well, don't you have it written down or something?
Yeah, I don't remember these people's names. Unfortunately, although I will say, Drew. I know I'm talking to Drew on Friday. Drew Esch. I can never say his last name, but he has a comic called Captain Love, and he will be here on Friday. So it's Captain Love Book 2, but I'll be doing that with Drew on Friday. I can't remember who I'm talking to tomorrow. I think his name is Steven. I think, yeah, it is Steven. I can't remember, but I'm gonna program it. But come back and watch. Jill, the look, your face is priceless. You're just like, oh God, you're so bad at this. And I am. You are absolutely right.
No. I feel bad for the guy you're streaming with tomorrow is all.
Well, I will give him a solid at least hour of my time and allow him to shield his
You'll know his name tomorrow. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Like I said, I haven't programmed it in yet, but I will. I'm setting it up, but people will be there, and I don't know. But come back and watch this channel tomorrow and hang out with us and buy comics, please.